Hey, Duce, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Hey, just obviously getting Deandre back this week and just what that means. And Dan talked about, obviously missing him the last month, but it's allowed him to get some fresh legs and to have that aspect of it these last 2 weeks, just what it means for you guys to get him back.
It means a lot as far as our offense, bringing a guy that has that type of juice. And to the running back room, it means a lot. Just getting back, being able to get in that rotation with Craig and with Jamal. Those guys are excited, and he's excited also.
And then just one quick follow-up. Obviously, he's been a huge part of the passing game. He led all NFL running backs in receptions at the time of his injury. With Amon-Ra St. Brown really coming on the way he has over the last month, how excited are you guys to see kind of how those two, play off of each other with a kind of a hot St. Brown, and then obviously what Swift means to the passing game as well?
Yeah, I think it's a good problem to have, just being able to now spread the ball around a little bit, adding another piece to the puzzle, and that's what he is. We spend many hours here trying to design plays for everybody. So, like I said, that's a good problem to have.
Justin?
Hey, Deuce, I got a couple more on Deandre. First, how much are you, leaving flexibility within the game plan just to kind of get a feel on what he can take and what kind of legs he actually does have after the month-long layoff here?
Yeah, I guess I'm not that type of coach. I'm going full steam ahead. And if there's anything that he needs to tell me, I'm pretty sure he will. Other than that, he's 100% and he's rolling. So I'm not the one to try to put a governor, on this or on that to try to back up a little bit that's not me. He's out there, he's going to give us 1,000%, and he knows that.
And then Dan talked about just the importance of this opportunity, these two games for him as a young player to continue to learn. And I know he's got 24 games under his belt. We've all seen what he's been able to produce. When you look at a player like that, I think you probably will tell me that a 10-year veteran can still be learning. But what are some important things for him to be focusing on these two games to be getting better at heading into year three?
That's actually a good question. It's all about his development. And when you think about developing a player like that, you think about everything that comes with it. So, of course, about learning the running game. Okay, we got that part. But I think that when you got a dynamic running back like Swift, who can also hurt you in the passing game, you got to get better as a pass receiver. So what does that mean? You got to learn coverages. Coverages are number one. You got to understand what they're trying to do to you, no matter if you're coming out of the backfield or you're spread out and empty. So that's one of the things I can be better at teaching him. He's been learning. I've been teaching him, and he's been getting it. He understands. I just got to find more ways to continue to hammer the point home.
Thank you, Deuce. Appreciate it.
Eric?
So, Deuce, how you doing, man?
What's up, Eric?
Pretty good, man. I got a question for you as far as about Jamal Williams. Obviously, Jamal can be different, his personality-wise, and not really just as a football player, but just his personality. How long did it take for you to really get him and understand him? Because Jamal can be different. He's very upbeat. He's has his own things that he's into. But for you, how long did it take you to really understand and get him? And how has that, benefited with the team as well, just having a different type of guy in the room?
Yeah, so one day, and here's how, Eric. I remember the first day he got here, OTAs or whatever, and he had just a little laid back, cool, chill, talking a little bit, saying hello, not really cracking a smile, maybe a half a smile. And I was like, man, this guy here ain't got no juice. I said, God, I'm gonna have to get it out of him some kind of way. Well, little did I know, once we hit the practice field, he was out there doing flips, jumping around, dancing, smiling, throwing balls everywhere. I was like, wait a minute. That was not the same guy that was in my room. So I go up to him, I say, hey, man, did you take anything before practice? He was like, man, nah, man, this is it, man. This is when the music come on. I mean, I'm into it. I got juice. I said, say no more. I said, if I know this is the Jamal I'm gonna get every time, sign me up. So guess what? That's been the Jamal I've gotten every time.
Appreciate it, dude.
Dave.
Hey, Duce, I just got one quick thing. Same question Justin asked about Deandre Swift, but as it relates to Jamar Jefferson, obviously probably going to be tough for him to see many meaningful game reps here with Swift back this week and next. But what are some things that he can be working on, and what sort of development do you want to see from him, when he comes back for year 2 as he goes into this offseason, I guess?
Yeah, good question. Also, here's how I see this, Dave. He can watch film on the guys in front of him. He can learn from them, because there's a reason why those guys are out there being productive and playing, and also just watching Craig, prime example. So if you're in his role right now, of course, you continue to work hard, and that's what he's doing out there on the field. You're going out there every day is game day for you, and that's what I tell my running backs. Every day you hit that grass, it's game day, and you got to play like it. So for him, on the field and off the field, it's game day. So once we get in the classroom, he has to have 1,000 questions. He has to study film and learn how to watch film. A lot of people come into this league from college and they don't know how to watch film. Nothing, it's not like they wasn't taught or they didn't invest the time. Nothing against their coaches or anything like that. It's just that they don't know what to look for. So those are the things he has to get better at.
And then just the last thing, sort of thinking out some options, I guess, on how you guys make up for the loss of the tight ends and the receivers that are on COVID, maybe possibly, I guess, seeing more 2-back sets, some stuff like that. Do you have a second fullback, I guess? Like, how do you replace Jason Kabinda in the role that what he meant to the backfield?
Yeah, that's where Craig and Jamal will come in. We got guys that are raising their hand to play that position, and that's Craig and Jamal, and that says a lot about the room. Those guys, it's all about the team, and they'll tell you that. And we understand exactly the nature of the business. We understand exactly what goes on. You understand it. These are violent car wrecks that happen. So sometimes, there are going to be guys that are out. There are going to be guys that are going to be injured, hurt. We get that part. But it's the next man up mentality that we had since day one. And they know whoever we put into that role, we believe in them. So if it's the running backs at fullback, we believe in you. If it's the new tight end, we believe in you.
They have the skill set that could translate to do some of that blocking, maybe not the same that Kabinda does, but to approximate it in some way.
Yeah, if we put them in that role, they better have it, right?
Yeah.
That's on us. That's on us if we don't.